So the failings of police, sadly, go the length and breadth of the nation. And it's not just the Met that has a lot to do. But in terms of separating the policing from the politics, whosoever the next commissioner may be, when they are appointed, I feel has to send out a very clear message to the Home Secretary and say, you may appoint me, but you are not my puppet master. I serve the public. I listen to the public. Me and my staff work for the public, not the politicians. And if the incoming commissioner can send out that powerful message, it will chime with their officers and the public, and we might take a huge step forward.
Although Sadiq Khan didn't mention it, I suspect that politics was partly her downfall. I mean, the decision that was made by the Met to investigate the Partygate and therefore to block the Sue Gray report from coming out in its entirety seemed to me like a disastrously clumsy intervention in a field which was obviously political. Maybe, Paul, you have a view on that. Did you feel that there was a better way of averting that disaster for the police?
I think there was a serious misstep. I think there's been a number of missteps. That was the latest one, of course. But I think, Michael, and I'd be interested in Peter's views, I think these issues are much broader than who happens to be in charge of the Met at any particular time. It seems to me the old metaphor of changing the deck chairs on the Titanic. If the whole institution is going in the wrong direction, which I have to say I think the police as an institution is, then I'm not sure it makes much of a difference who's at the top. I mean, it seems to me that there isn't an institution in Britain whose own ethos is more at divergence with ordinary members of the public than the police. I think members of the public want the police to be talking about, preventing crime, tackling burglaries, all of this sort of stuff, tackling antisocial behaviour, that kind of thing, tackling the drug dealer on the corner of their street where... I mean, if you go on social media, for example, and look at the various police accounts, they're far more likely to be talking about their commitment to LGBT rights. Now, I'm not saying that stuff isn't important, but in terms of prioritising things and trying to make sure your priorities chime with those of the public, it seems to me that the police have just got that completely wrong.